Let's start. Have you ever thought, do making money and being famous gonna make you happy, or is actually gonna bring you more problems? Can having a fame makes us do bad choices and being arrogant? When you start valuing your time differently because you achieved more, how does that change your behaviors towards others? And is it possible not to change if you achieve certain success in your life? Sometimes I think that a lot of fame and money can destroy you if you don't know how to handle it. Before we're gonna start, I wanna ask you to subscribe to my channel. A lot of people told me that I have to actually say that in the video. Because I don't say that in the video, not a lot of people think about it. So here I am asking you to subscribe to this channel, and I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. Let's go. I don't know if you're familiar with Ryan Garcia's situation. Ryan Garcia is a young boxing star who has millions of followers across his social media. He is one of the best paid boxers in the world right now. Recently on his Instagram page, he had some bizarre post about him being kidnapped. He was forced to watch some child graphic videos. He was acting all crazy and people was worried about him. Some were talking about that he was using drugs. Some people was talking about that maybe it's a PR campaign that he's trying to do before his fight. So after this couple days of crazy posting, he posted video on Twitter that he's okay, he believes in Jesus Christ and everything is fine. Then Andrew Tate reached him out and they had a conversation.
Hey bro, all right, talk to us.
Bro, I don't give a bro. They held me down and they made me watch a little.
When he informed that somebody tied him up, forced him to watch some child graphic videos and doing crazy stuff towards him. He didn't have access to his phone, so he wasn't doing all this posting. There's a lot of drama going on. In one conversation, he says that he has access to his phone, in another he doesn't, so it's a lot of miscommunication in that sense. And I am by no means a famous person, but I have friends who are famous and achieved a lot of success in their own field. And by talking to them, I recognize certain patterns what happened with Ryan. My own opinion about this is sometimes when we get a lot of fame and money at the early age and we never had this before, we are not coming from the rich family, we don't know what to do with this. We don't know how to handle it. And it can be really, really hard not to slip because there's a lot of distraction, especially when you are that young, rich and famous, parties, alcohol, drugs, you name it. And a lot of people who gonna meet you will always want to drag you towards that area. And it's hard to resist that, especially when you are young and you don't have role model who are telling you which path you should choose and how you should act. And I think that's what happened with Ryan. I think that's my personal opinion. I'm not gonna say that it's true or not. I think he slipped. I think at a certain point he just thought it's okay to do certain things. I'm Ryan Garcia. I have so much money, I have so much fame. I don't think he was mentally prepared. And I hope this is not gonna destroy his career. Because when the man have certain expectation of himself, when the man putting his image towards the world, and when that image is destroyed or that image is not aligned with what the man thinks about himself and how he imagines himself, that can destroy a man's mental health. I've seen it. I've seen it in a lot of occasions, especially in the business, because I'm an entrepreneur and I see a lot of business owners who lost their businesses, who lost their millions of dollars, and how that changed them. You can see that there is no spark in their eyes. You can see that they are not believing in themselves. They think that we are not capable of doing what we used to be capable of doing, because right now, without this business or without this fame, without this money, we are nobody. And that's a hard pill to swallow. And I really hope this mistake, again, I'm assuming from my perspective, this mistake that Ryan did, not gonna destroy him. Because he's still young, and at his age, people can make mistakes. Especially those kind of people who never had this fame before, who never had this money before, and I think no one prepared him how to handle that. And I hope we will not gonna cancel his next fight, and we will see him fighting for the next 5 to 10 years. So talking about the situation, I want to discuss certain topics that I personally want to address in this video. I want to talk about how we are unprepared for success. I'm going to talk about my own perspective. When I start making money, when I hit my first milestone in my business, I remember that feeling, and that feeling was amazing. You can't compare it to anything. You think you're on the top of the world. Even if it's something small and you're in your own niche and you did something really cool that you thought is really hard to achieve, you feel that you can do everything. That this is always going to be like this. All your next goals, all your next milestones will be easy. And that's not true. In most of the cases, every next your mission will be even harder to achieve from the previous ones. And we think this is always going to be the case, that the money is always going to be flowing in, and we're spending money to the left and right. Oh man, I remember in the 1 month I make $20,000 from my e-commerce. I went to premium outlet and I spent all that money for expensive clothing. I bought Gucci, I bought Louis Vuitton, I bought Dolce & Gabbana, I bought Philippe Plein, I bought Dior, and man, thinking about it right now, how stupid I was. Instead of using that money to make more money, instead of using that money to secure myself from the possible problems in the future in the business, I spent all that money for bullshit. I spent all that money for something that doesn't matter at all. And at that time, at that moment, no one was around me to kind of explain to me how all of this works. So me getting that first big paycheck was indication that, you know what, next month is going to be the same paycheck. And the next 2 months, I'm going to double that. But because I never had this before and I didn't know how to handle this. And I think it's really important for everyone who, especially having their success and achieving certain milestones, achieving certain things that they wanted to achieve in their life, you have to step back from your ego. You have to step back from the situation and see what's going on, what's actually going to happen in the future, how you can repeat that, how you can make more money and then secure yourself even more. And your spending habits needs to be changed, of course, if you make more money, but not that drastically. It's like, for example, if you make $40,000 a month, you spend $3,000 a month, and you put $1,000 a month aside. If you make $10,000 a month, you don't have to spend $9,000. You can spend $5,000 and put $5,000 aside, but you don't have to spend all of that money. And a lot of people have that mistake. They make a lot of money, they spend a lot of money, and then if something going on and the machine that makes money is broken, now you are what? You're broke. You're broke again because you didn't build backup plans for you to secure yourself in the future. To coming back to the situation with Ryan Garcia, when you are living on a high speed, and what I mean by that, when at a certain young age you achieve certain success that people don't achieve in the 40, 50, 60-year-old in their life, you basically living on a high speed. And living on a high speed, how I explain that is not only you achieve a lot of good things very fast, at the same time you will get a lot of bad things very fast. When you achieve the success at early age, when you speeding up on that car, you will have the same amount of problems in that short period of time as a 40, 50-year-old person. Being young and mentally prepared for that is really hard. Because at a young age, our brain, our mental health develops over time, and our understanding of the world is developed with it too. When you get that so many problems that comes with a lot of success and money and fame, sometimes it can break you. And I've seen people who was broken because of that, and it was really hard for them to get back. Some of them do, some of them can hold themselves and start this journey again and achieve this success again and do not make the same mistakes that we did before, but not all of them. And I hope again with the Ryan Garcia situation, he will be better person. He will understand what mistakes he made and he will fix them in the future and he will be better. I pray for this man. I pray for him to be okay. Honestly, from my previous podcast when I was talking about the friendship, one of the most important thing when you are on that high horse with the money and fame, you need friends, you need people who can ground you. You need people who can tell you, listen, man, this is not you. You are starting acting differently. You are starting acting weird. We want you to be okay. You have to stop. Because usually when you met a lot of new people in your life who introduced to your life because you're successful, you're famous, you're rich, they will not be able to tell you the truth because they're scared to lose you. You know, like when you get somebody who is very important and who is way more successful than you, and you want to kind of be close to that person because you want to learn from him, you want to get the success that he can offer. And I'm not saying that's okay. What I'm saying that is most of the people, what they do, they will never gonna tell you the truth because they will be scared of your reaction. They will be scared of you telling them, I don't want to talk to you. Who the hell are you to tell me what to do? Get the hell out from here. Do you know who I am? And they will never confront you. Old friends are perfect for that. They can confront you, they can stop you, and they can tell you and remind you where you came from, who you used to be before, and they can help you not to change completely. They can help you not to destroy yourself. And I think, especially when you hit success very young, I think you have to be very careful how you let your old friends go, especially loyal ones, because this is another common mistake I see with the people who achieve success in their life. They think now all their old friends are bums, they can do nothing, they are not at the same level. You met new people that on your level of success and you think this is your buddies. But trust me, man, most probably they're not. Most probably these new buddies will forget about you once you're gone, once you have no money, no fame, and they cannot associate with you in the social media and etc. You will be not interested to them. So if you have loyal friends, even if they are not very successful, even if they are not entrepreneurial, even if they are not have a lot of money, you still have to stick to them, because those people, as I said previously, gonna ground you from making bad choices and making bad mistakes. The next thing what I want to talk about is how success, how milestone, how making more money actually changes you, and how you start looking at things differently, especially with your time. How you value different things is changing too. When you start making a lot of money, you're looking at your time differently. Now, time is equals money all the time. Because hear me out. When you only work 8 hours a day and your salary is based on your hourly rate, and you go to the office, and while you're in the office you make money, while you're out of the office you don't make money. So you value your free time differently, and your rest time doesn't have really value in it. But when you start making money, even when you're sleeping, all of your actions can be beneficial towards you making even more money. Your time right now has a sticker to it, and that sticker is indicated how much money your time costs. Maybe 1 hour of your time costs $200, maybe $1,000. For somebody is hundreds of $1,000s, and for someone is even $1 million, and for someone is even millions of dollars. And now you think about this: if I will go and meet this person, does that person deserve my time? Does that person give me value? And again, when I'm talking about value, I mean from different perspective, not only financial value, but emotional value. Why I should spend my free time towards this person and not spend my free time towards my family? You will start thinking about, hey, listen, maybe I shouldn't talk to this guy. Maybe I shouldn't talk to Alex, because Alex wants to just drink, go to clubs and do nothing. Do I really want to associate myself with this kind of people? Do I want to spend my time towards that? Because I could do so many different things that will be way more beneficial for me and my people and my family and my friends. And you will start cutting a lot of people from your life. I used to value my time differently. I used to think all the possible connection, all the possible communication can be beneficial for me. So I kind of always said yes to everything. But over time, the more money I start making, the more my business was growing, I start to think about it completely differently. If it's not connected to my family and friends, I was always thinking, okay, how can that be beneficial for me? How can that communication can be beneficial for my business? How that communication can be beneficial for my family? If I didn't find any things and reasons this can be beneficial for me, I usually said no. Most of the time I said no, because again, now my time, my attention is way more valuable. When I used to be a food delivery driver in the city and working on my electric bike in the Manhattan. When you start making money and achieving a lot of success, it's a really funny fact that you will start value human touch more than anything. And let me explain what I mean by human touch. Genuine human conversation, genuine human interaction. Because a lot of people see you as a cash cow. A lot of people see you, oh, I can get something from this person. Oh, this guy knows this stuff. Maybe I can learn something from him. Oh, this guy do this stuff. Maybe I can ask him something about that stuff. Oh, this guy makes more money. Maybe he will give me a job. Oh, this guy has more opportunities. Maybe I can get that opportunity to myself. There's nothing wrong about that, but you just realize over time that a lot of new communication with you from other people is going to be centered towards that they want something from you. And you will actually miss that human touch. And when somebody actually want to talk to you because they want to talk to you, because they actually want to know how are you doing, because they will actually want to know how's everything with your life, with your business, with your family, from emotional perspective, how you feel, how you fix your problems, and how your problems affect your mood. Not a lot of people will gonna think that way. And actually, you might met more people who gonna fake that to get closer to you so they could get something out of you. People gonna be acting like they are friendly and they care about you just because they know they can get something from you. And when that's gonna happen to you a couple of times, you'll be scared to trust people, because at that point trust is gonna be very, very rare in your relationship. You will feel that everyone wants something from you and no one actually want to talk to you as a human being. No one want to talk to you and be your actual friend, because now you are this bag of value, bag of money, bag of attention, depending like what kind of value you have. Is it like fame or money or knowledge? And man, it's just so hard. You meet new people, automatically you have this filter on. Your trust is always on the guard. I'm not saying that you don't trust anyone, but you always checking people. You always trying to understand and asking a lot of questions and just making your little researches about what kind of people they are, and are we genuine, are we good people in general. What I learned in my life, it's always better to see how they act towards other people. Sometimes I really pay attention to the people, how they talk, how we act towards waiters in the restaurant. Do we rude to them? How we communicate with them if there's some kind of problem with the order? Do we act rude? And why that's a really big thing for me? Because I used to be a waiter myself, and I remember how people acted towards me, and I remember how that felt when you cannot say anything because you're at work. If somebody is rude to you, if people just call you, hey, waiter, come here, you feel like you are some kind of animal that doesn't have a name. I remember that feeling when you cannot express your emotions because this is your work and you have to be respectful towards the customers. And I think that's kind of stick to me. That's why I kind of use that as a filter when I talk to other people, especially in the restaurant. And if they are rude to waiters, that's 100% no to me. This person definitely is not a good person, because if he's rude to the waiter, what's gonna happen in the future when I am not beneficial for him or for her? They're gonna be rude to me too, because we can get nothing out of me. I think that's really, really, really good advice that I can give it to you. See how people behave and act towards other people who can't give them anything, and you will understand what kind of person this actually is. It is very important not to think highly of yourself when you achieve certain success in your life, because it can really ruin you. Sometimes we don't really realize how lucky we are because we achieve certain things. I personally think to achieve certain success in your life, two things needs to combine together: hard work and luck. So when you work hard and you work hard a lot, it's easier to get that luck, because by trying so many times, you executing that luck chances a lot of times. And one time when it's combined together, you get your success. You get your money, you get your fame. And people forget about how other people help them to achieve certain success. People forget that when other people are asking them for suggestions, when other people are asking them for advice, these people who are asking you for suggestion and advice, it's you 4 years ago before you got success, that you didn't know anything and you wanted to find the solution to your problems. And when you're that on the high horse, when you already achieve so much success, when you achieve so much money, you think that, listen, man, all of these people that comes to me for questions that bother me. I am better than them. I am richer than them. I am more famous than them. I am more smart than them. Let them figure out themselves. I don't have to help them. I don't have to do anything towards other people. Because you're going to think about yourself. Look at me. I'm such a big person. I did all of this stuff. A lot of people start forgetting that who helped them to achieve that success, that they had friends who was with them from the beginning and helped them to hit these first milestones. And sometimes people just completely ignore that. Sometimes people just forget about involvement of their family members, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends that help them to achieve the success. And they think that they did it all by themselves. And I think that's the biggest mistake any person who makes money, any person who became famous, any person who achieved success in any areas of their life could do. You can't forget where you came from. You can't forget who helped you. You can't think too highly of yourself, because that image will destroy your understanding that you are a human being and you can make mistakes, and you will think all of your decisions are right and you cannot make a mistake, and that will ruin you, because you will make such a big mistake in your life that will ruin everything. And then when you're going to come back to your friends, family, and the people who help you, saying you are sorry, asking them for the forgiveness, I hope it will not going to be too late, but that might be too late. And trust me, I'm talking from experience. I know people who really destroyed their life because of this. And I hope you will not going to be the one. It's so funny and weird when you get success in your life, when you start making a lot of money, when you become famous, you become more lonely. Because not a lot of people can understand you. Because not a lot of people can be on your shoes. Because not a lot of people done what you've done and the problems that you have on daily basis and stress you endure on daily basis. Not a lot of people can reflect on that. Not a lot of people can understand it, and it will feel very lonely. Trust me, sometimes even your family members, sometimes even your girlfriend or boyfriend would not be able to understand you, because it's completely different lifestyle, it's completely different mindset, and only people who are at the same page, who are at the same situation in life with you, can really understand what you're going through. And it's very lonely. I talk to a lot of rich people, and one of the common characteristics about them, they're very lonely. And this is the reason why I'm trying to build the community with my friends. This is the reason why I want to be with my friends. This is the reason why I bring all my friends with me towards my business, towards my goals, real estate, whatever we're going to do in the future, so we can be together and I would not feel lonely. And at the same time, when they achieve their success, they would not feel lonely too. I think that's really, really important. This was episode number 3. I'm excited again that the show is expanding. Write down in the comment section, how do you feel about this video? What do you want me to talk in the future? Can you relate to anything that I said in this video? And tell me what I can do better to improve my YouTube channel, to improve my podcast. I would love to hear your feedback. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. It was Ali Morf, Morf Your Mind. Peace.